We are standing in the middle of our renovation that we're supposed to move into in 3 days, which I don't think is gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
I won the battle. We are getting a new kitchen, which I'm really excited about. So this is the wall that's coming out to open up between the kitchen and the living room.
Kitchen was a little bit too much of a galley kitchen, and removing this wall will really greatly improve the flow in the home.
And as most people know, if you follow along Colin and I, we cook a ton and we have 2 big dogs, so we need to all fit in the kitchen.
I actually won another battle. We were going to turn this into an ensuite, but the problem is that the quotes came in too high and we don't want to overbuild for the neighborhood. That is one of the biggest things about doing renovations and then selling in the future.
But as a designer, if it's your forever home, then you can do it. Because you're gonna live in it, you're gonna love it, and you're tailoring it to yourself.
Whoever lives in a home for the rest of their life? I said that I was going to die in our other home.
Some people do it, not me. I don't know, but some people do it. So we are now down in the basement, and this is where the most work is happening. As you can see over Colin's shoulder, there's a big pile of concrete that has been torn up. That has happened because we have this back, which we call the creepy storage room, and that has now been opened up. That's gonna get drywall finished. It's actually gonna be a nice room. And we also had to core all out for the new bathroom that's going down here.
As you can see, there's posts everywhere, and it makes this space really quite unusable. So what we're gonna do is we're putting in steel beams across to support and removing all of these posts to make it just one big usable space, which is really great on resale.
Might be the most money you're gonna spend. Colin yesterday said with all the men down here working, it looked like a $20,000 day. Probably not, but it is expensive. Yeah. But it is well worth it in the end.
Yep, makes the space really, really usable throughout all 3 floors, which really increases what you can resell the home for.
We're going to be filming quite a few more videos while the process is going along. If you want to get sort of like a day-to-day sneak peek, you can follow me on Instagram, Bailey Emmy, on my stories, and Colin at
Colin Bredner.
And I'm also starting a new blog, and it's going to be baileyemmy.com, where I'm going to list the actual cost of what renovation costs, the materials that we're using, and also the trades, the select few that are allowed to work on my own project.
Thanks a lot for joining us on another edition of The Realtor and the Designer.
And we'll see you really soon.